from Charlotte, North Carolina, at a combined weight of over 660 pounds, Rody Rob, Adam Bomb, Bionic Brian, the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast.
And welcome to episode 566 of the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast and 64 days until Election Day. Before we jump into the professional wrestling excellence of podcasting that we are, and let it be known that we are, I do want to take a personal note real quick to start the show out. As many of you know, I missed last week. I lost my father last Sunday, and, you know, rough times, you know, still getting over it. But I did want to throw a shout out to all of you listeners out there, some that I knew, some that I didn't know, that I've never met, never talked to, reached out and showed me a lot of love during a painful time. And I've said it to my guys out here. I call you guys family all the time, and I stand by that. You've been hanging with us for multiple years, and regardless of whatever, you're all good people, and I really do appreciate you having my back during that trying time. So thank you so much. I don't want to dwell on it. I want to get to the professional wrestling that we are going to discuss with you tonight, which is Monday Night Raw. So it's not like I'm exactly getting a big pickup here when it comes to things to talk about. But not only do we have Monday Night Raw tonight, but we have we're going to talk about Payback a little bit and what happened there. But before we get into anything wrestling related, let's go ahead and introduce to you our panel, and then we'll say hi to some of you out there. Let's go ahead and say hi to Bionic Brian via the Skype. Hi, Brian.
Hello. I have a boo-boo on my finger, and you want to know what I named it?
What?
Hangnail Page. That's what I've been calling it all day. That's it right here.
It's
actually the middle finger, so it works out.
You should never talk again. That should be in.
Why? You could play like a little like boom-ch, you know?
Oh, I don't think I have a rim shot sound.
No, that's all right.
A rim shot?
That's what it's called. It's called a rim shot.
Yeah, come on, man.
You didn't know that?
No, I knew that. It
You
just
just
sounded
want
weird.
to be a jackass?
Yeah.
Speaking of jackasses, Adam to the Bomb, say hi.
Hi. You should have edited tonight's weight. We're a little heavier tonight.
We are a little heavier tonight. We want to welcome back to the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast, Her Highness, the Queen, Kiera, joining us tonight. Hi, Kiera. Say hi.
Hey, everybody. What's going on, world?
We begged her. We were like, we really, really, really need a woman's perspective on our show. So we begged her, and we bribed her with.
Yeah, Brian was getting close, but we really needed Kira.
Yeah, I mean, the estrogen pills Brian's taking, the tits are getting bigger, but the emotion, you know, the perspective hadn't changed.
Excuse you, Robert.
I'm sorry. No, Brian, you look good, man. Really, your neck is slimming down. I can see it in your face.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're eating. In Virginia.
He's not losing any weight, though, because of all the hair he's growing.
That's right.
Well, actually, Rob, you have no hair on your head, so that's something
No,
I'm trying to even it out.
Gotta do something about that.
Why? Oh, why is that? Am I supposed to be upset because somebody points out that I'm bald?
No,
Oh.
we're just pointing out all of our physical and
I don't wanna hear-
emotional things.
I don't wanna hear-
So I'm
I don't
just,
wanna hear-
you know, I thought
sorry.
that's what we were doing.
You know what
Isn't that what we're doing?
You know what I want to hear about? I want to
Yeah.
hear about all those wonderful podcast listeners out on YouTube Live right now, engaging live with us. Adam, who is with us out of the thousands? Just give me a couple. There's too many to read all of them. Just a couple.
DP is here. Perfect 11, Stike, Estrada, Bomb Squad, and Sealer Stout, Mr. Min Homer. Those are the highlight ones right now, our so-called lieutenants.
All right, sounds great. Okay, so
way to shoot to me
no,
and then
no,
shit
I'm
all
so-
over it. Right back.
That was pretty quick.
Totally
Right?
I totally built them up before the show started here.
Welcome back.
Right on. Right
shit
on.
all over me.
Oh my god! Oh my god! They only care about Kiera. They don't care about me. It's all about Kiera.
Son of a bitch!
Right. I'm not sure. I mean, I didn't really write down 5 big topics or 5 big questions
Did
about
you
tonight.
write anything down?
What?
Did you write anything
No,
down?
I took notes. I took notes from Raw tonight.
Because I specifically told you that I was
No, you
I
see,
wasn't taking shit.
I know that you said, "Are you hosting tonight?" I said, "Yeah, is it good? Because I'm not taking any notes." Brian, did you take notes?
I did actually. I wrote some things down about
he
Raw
lies
fucking
every
Underground.
week. He lies every week about that.
Yeah, he's a liar.
I have it right here. Listen.
Remember in
I have it
studio
right here.
we would look at his notes and he didn't even write award winners
Oh,
down.
he had 4 lines
Adam
on
doesn't
his.
even know our fucking email, and it's 4 years into the goddamn show. You
Okay,
can't
okay.
fucking talk.
Okay,
God.
okay.
Cannot
Now,
fucking
now,
talk.
unlike Brian, I will admit that he's absolutely right here.
And you also gained 15 pounds in a weight loss contest. I can keep going, bro. I can keep
I
going.
did not gain 15 pounds. I did gain weight in a weight loss challenge.
Yeah, I lost 15, and a week later I gained it all back.
That did
Anyway,
happen.
okay, so let's start with the main event of Raw first. And
Do we have to?
Good call.
I mean,
okay. Let's
yeah.
get it out the way.
Let's get it out of the way.
Well, it was the story of the night. I mean, they told the story throughout.
Well, and let's kind of put this all together with the Payback match as well with Orton and Keith Lee. I want to say first off, thank you, Keith Lee, for two nights in a row not wearing the loose
The skirt.
the skirt
You can
shorts.
say it.
Yeah,
It
the
was the
skirt
skirt.
shorts. Yeah, the skirt.
Skort.
Yeah. Look, I know this might sound weird. Maybe Kiara could say it better than me, but Keith Lee, let the man take his shirt off. I mean, it's wrestling. Let the man take his shirt off. I mean,
Yeah, he can pull it off. He can get away with it.
I mean, it's got to be a Vince thing, right?
I'm
Yes.
pretty sure it
million,
is.
$1,000,000%. Why would
Yeah.
they change it then?
Okay, but
Put
here's
your shirt
my
on.
thing. I'm not sure if it's Eric or Ivar, whichever one it is, but that guy can be shirtless.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to
No,
get off.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful here, but you can't, Vince. You can't use the physique,
Yeah.
as the excuse because there's plenty of shirtless wrestlers with much worse
True,
physiques.
true.
Right.
Look at Otis. He sits there and rubs his belly and does a big worm. I mean,
Yeah.
that's his whole gimmick.
Yeah, and I don't want to get off on a tangent about people's body shapes and everything. We're not shaming at all, but
No,
I don't want to get off on
We're
that.
telling him to take his shirt off,
Yeah.
and not Magic Mike style.
Right. I don't want to get off on that. I mean, there's much more story around him than that. For me, it's another micromanagement from Vince. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, yeah,
Probably not.
You're spot on.
I like the way he looked though at SummerSlam Payback, whatever the fuck this was we watched.
Well,
I
like
like
know
the
what
way
you
he
watched.
looked
That's
there.
good. Great analysis.
They're saying it was a tribute of the Dragon Ball Z.
I was about to
outfit.
say he looked like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, the way he had the shoulder pads, but I liked that he took the jacket off, but then he was still wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
It was weird.
So anyway, Keith Lee, since his first appearance on main roster, I think was Survivor Series, right?
Well, yeah, at the pay-per-view there, I
Right.
can't remember if he probably ran in
Well, he
at
was
one
part
of those
he was
times.
part of like the invasion kind of angle.
Yeah,
that
when they
had.
would do the run-ins leading up to it, so I'm sure he was
Okay.
on one of those.
But I'm saying that was his first big moment, was that build up to Survivor Series, and then having the breakout performance in Survivor Series, Kiara, where he just ran through.
Pinned your boy,
Yeah, who's that?
or Seth Rollins.
Oh,
Seth.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a big moment.
So
Big
they
moment
built.
for. Go ahead.
No, you're good. They built him up, and then they threw him back to NXT with that build, and then they built him through NXT. Double champion, and then they fuck that reign all to hell.
Wow.
Just destroy that, right?
Yeah.
What? I mean, what? Are you disagreeing?
No, I'm shaking my head in like dismay.
retrospect? Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
guy didn't even. He's the first double champ, and he doesn't defend either belt, and it's not even a month-long title reign.
Right. But so they bring him on Raw, and what we complain about a lot of times is that they bring people up and they have nothing for them, right? So I don't necessarily want to get caught up on the fact that his title reign was shitty in NXT, and they just squashed him outright with a really horrible match against Killian Cross. But Carrion, sorry. But they did continue this build that they had started for him back in Survivor Series through to Payback. He comes in, he beats Randy Orton fucking clean.
Right.
Say whatever you want about the match itself. If you want blow by blow in a match, there's plenty of podcasts out there that will give it to you. But just for the outcome, the fact that Keith Lee won it,
For the record.
no bullshit,
Yeah.
right? Clean as a whistle. No interference.
So now he ain't care. So now Seth Rollins at Survivor Series, he pinned. He's now pinned Randy Orton.
Right.
I mean, again,
You
like
took out
Rob said, forget what the match is. The results are he's pinned two of the most decorated champions
Well,
already, like in his first whatever on the main roster.
I mean, and you can hate the guy as much as I do, but he got a clean win over Ziggler tonight.
Yep.
And
Who's another former champ,
and he did not get pinned in the triple threat tonight.
which is very important, I think.
I also think it was very important, Brian, that they did not have him win tonight.
No, they kept him strong. I mean, he definitely had his moments,
That's what I was
especially with Randy, like namely on the outside when he did the huge fucking almost like the pounce.
Yeah.
On the outside. I mean,
The Adam Cole pound.
right. They
bounced
were
it
really
off him.
like highlighting him, and he did like the slingshot from the outside inside crossbody to both of them, which I mean they're really like showcase. It's weird. They're showcasing that he's so big, yet they're trying to cover him up. So I can't.
Yeah, but
quite,
he had two matches tonight. That's
I wasn't
No, it's
mad about
great.
how they
Oh, yeah, no, I'm
showcased him
saying
tonight.
they're showcasing him, but it's weird. They're still trying to like cover up his like physique, like actually, like
I know.
visually. They
don't-
put the shirt on him.
Yeah, I mean, we went through that. What do you say,
Right.
Kiera? You said you liked the way they showcased him?
No, I wasn't upset about how they showcased him. I agree with what Brian was just saying. So Brian, you're saying that they're hiding him physically, or you're just saying they're still hiding him in some
No,
way?
like actually, like they just put a shirt on him since he came from NXT. They're kind of loosening up his. Well, actually, he's got the tights on now, but
Right.
he had those weird shorts as we were saying before.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
hopefully he loses the shirt, right? Let
Yeah.
him be a big guy. That's what makes him different.
I'm glad we circled back to that.
No, I didn't know what he meant. I thought he was saying in some way that they're still not showcasing like how huge
No,
he
I-
is
I get it.
character-wise.
I get it.
I had to get clarification. That's all.
No,
Oh,
it's
so here's the clarification.
Cobb salad.
One of the things that we do now is if we're just going to echo exactly what someone said, we just say, "Yeah, I agree."
yeah. So
It was a misunderstanding.
But the point that I wanted to get to before we went on to the whole, the double take on the shirt thing, was it was important for him not to win tonight. And I think for me personally, so I'm not a hypocrite, or any of us, because what we have bitched about with AEW and with NXT and WWE for all three of them, is that they bring these people in and they don't do shit before they push them right to a title, and
They
they're
did it
all
with
guilty.
Knock. You remember that? Remember how pissed we were when Knock went right after the title,
Right.
and didn't win, and then was
Cross.
lost 2 more times.
Well, Cross another one. Cross basically went right to it. All the people in AEW, fucking, I don't have enough fingers to list all those.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's important for me personally as a wrestling fan to see him get a good push.
Well, you got to build the connection first. That's what you've always said.
Right. Well, you got to give him some programs. You got to build a connection. You got to see who he is. You got to see how he can be, different styles, work him out a little bit. So
Make the audience believe he might win.
right. So. But what we did see was Seth Rollins take the pin to Randy Orton. So we're going to get a replay of Randy and Drew McIntyre.
No, not shocking there. I mean, the end game here, Rob, is to get the title to Randy.
Yeah, how many
Whenever it happens, or Edge.
or Edge.
Yeah.
So maybe like, oh, Edge is this far out, so now we can give it to Randy.
Yeah.
Because it works out for the pay-per-view schedule.
Edge wins the Rumble.
Brian, do you know what Edge's return date is, or approximately?
Which one? You two? They're not playing any shows.
Edge. Oh my God.
Edge.
Wow, Brian's got the
he's-
dad
he's
jokes
still,
tonight.
He's still fucked up. He's not gonna be back until what they say, like closer to Mania or whatever, right?
Oh,
Damn.
it's not even Rumble time? I thought he was back in
Well,
Rumble.
I mean, like on the road too. So I guess that would be it right there. So probably around there, but who knows? I mean,
he could be
they're-
cleared
I
enough just to
haven't
do
heard
a
anything
Rumble
about it.
entry and then
Right, and then start the feud from there. Right.
Okay. So Randy gets the belt. He wins the Rumble. Edge wins the Rumble, and then that's the Mania main event.
probably.
I'm okay with that. I'm not opposed to that. Look, like I said, I didn't.
And Roman will hold the title till then, too.
Oh God. I forgot to do the SmackDown minute for Dan tonight, so Dan, I apologize for that. I'm rusty. Okay, so Drew McIntyre, Clash Champions, will lose the belt to Randy. Does anybody disagree with that?
No.
No, I think this, because they can't go another round. They could go another round if Randy wins and Drew, gets a rematch
Just
somehow.
to stretch it out that much more.
Right. Just to give Edge time, because Stike's saying Edge timetable is for January at the earliest. So if they need to stretch it out, they could stretch out one more time for
Yeah.
whatever that October pay-per-view is, Drew and Randy, the rematch, before going into Survivor Series. Because Survivor Series, you do the brand stuff, so that'll stall that. I think this is the time Randy wins it this time.
Okay. I mean, sure. I got.
I know you're not as invested.
I'm really not. All right.
Nope.
So, anything from the board on all that?
Daniel Price is suggesting that Keith Lee gets drafted to SmackDown and takes the Universal title from Reigns.
Oh,
Not yet.
no. Why?
I think they want to throw that back to Survivor Series like 2 years from now. If those two guys are still on top and still going,
Why?
2 years from now. That's
What?
a fucking far time.
well, they don't need to have them two mix. Keith Lee just debuted, Brian.
Yeah. I mean, who said that?
DP.
DP said
Normally
DP's
good.
much smarter than that.
Right?
I'm very surprised in that. Why would you?
Maybe that's the fake DP.
Why would you?
I hope not.
Yeah, maybe. Why would you squash? It's a Zim. Why would you squash Keith Lee's title run in NXT just to bring him up to Raw, to throw him right over to SmackDown?
where Roman Reigns just reclaimed the yard.
Yeah, and I understand I'm being defensive, Kiera, because it is WWE and fuck knows what they might do. No? Okay.
What? I thought you were about to ask me a question. I'm
No,
sorry.
I just didn't know if you
He was cutting to you.
I was cutting to you.
No, my whole thing about
She's
Keith
off her
Lee, it's too soon to
cues.
tell. If you guys are still on the Keith Lee thing, it's too soon to tell. I mean, they stripped him of his double titles, and it looks like they're trying to showcase that he's powerful by giving him the triple threat match with Seth and Randy. So, like you said, he didn't get pinned tonight, so they're showing how powerful he is. I think it's just too soon to tell what they're wanting to, or what they're trying to do with him. But they are showing that he's a big thing.
Yeah.
He's a big deal.
Yeah, well, Vince has had his eye on him since Survivor Series. DP is acknowledging this is something that I've coined, but this is what DP is using to defend himself. It's called VKM logic, Rob.
Okay.
You know, when you use VKM logic, that booking makes sense.
So WWE and Billie Kay have amicably parted ways, and we wish her success in future endeavors. Tonight, as the Iconics were split up. The Iconics were split up tonight.
Marty Jannetty is released.
Oh
sorry.
my God, Billy! I love them together, and I am.
Marty Jannetty.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
she's the Marty Jannetty.
He's showing us a Marty Jannetty doll as he says that. Oh my God, he has one. Look, I love the Iconics. I don't give a fuck. I love them. They're fucking hilarious. They're decent in the ring. They work well together. Obviously, this is a way to push Peyton on the singles train, and that's fine. But you know this is the end for Billie Kay.
So this is it.
It's the beginning
that
of the
one,
end. It's
that
not
one spot, that move
just
right
yet.
there, that was it. This is the end of the Iconics. That was it.
That's what I think.
Maybe-
No.
I guess
The
I thought
match
it would be-
the match was if they lose, they have to disband.
Now, I still thought, Rob, that maybe there's some whiny way that the Iconics were to get back together on a future week, whatever. But if you notice in the shitty Underground, Peyton, who Billy took the pin, and Peyton just threw her to the wolves, quite literally.
Yeah.
So that she could get beat by Marina, Roddy's wife,
Yeah.
in a tablecloth.
Yeah. And it's in a tablecloth.
Choice of words,
in a
Rose.
hobo mat that's been expanded out. No,
That all bled together.
Think about it though. I mean, they're not perfect. This is not a perfect comparison, Brian. But Darren Young, right? Darren Young and Titus split up, and at least Darren Young had an opportunity to shine a little bit.
Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
Darren
but
Young,
he still became nothing.
Darren Young, I think, coming out and Vince being the way Vince is.
That was all around the
hurt
same
his
time
stock.
when he
Yeah.
started to,
Started to fall.
Yeah.
go solo. Yeah.
I don't want that kind of person.
No, well, but they also the whole thing when they paired him with who was it? Bob Backlund. Right,
Oh
I mean, that-
yeah.
Oh, it was,
Can't forget about that. Yeah, that's a good point.
Make
Yeah.
Darren Young great again. I think that was back.
probably
Oh,
then.
that
added to
was
that.
back. That was 16 then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. Oh my God. Wow.
All right. Well, Bob Backlund's in fucking Wisconsin, fucking shooting people. Ba-doom, boom. It's not funny. I don't know why I said that. Anything about Billie Kay not having a future career in WWE?
Stike says Billie Kay is going to be a comedic wrestler. Peyton is good. Hopefully she gets in a decent push. I think the first statement was right. 11 says, do you guys remember when Billie first came up in NXT with the kind of Wicked Queen gimmick? She wasn't
Yeah.
terrible. She was a bit sloppy, but she got a great look, and she's hilarious on the mic. Yeah,
I
maybe.
thought it was the Maleficent type
Yeah,
of
right.
thing. Yeah.
Exactly right. No, I would be okay with that, but they won't push her.
Yeah, she won't be like a champion ever.
I mean, I think, honestly,
I could see them doing comedic with her.
if she went to that role that she had in NXT, Brian, and they gave her a good push, I think she could pull it off. I think she could pull it off being a champion. I really do believe
I
that.
think so too.
I don't know. I don't think so. I
think
think
she
at this
could.
point, maybe she'll just kind of flounder in the Raw Underground. She could just kind of stay there. And
No,
She could be a
Brian,
great
Brian,
heel.
he's drinking that Aaliyah Kool-Aid
No.
like he does on Wednesdays.
No, don't misunderstand me. I'm not predicting that is her future. I'm not saying that she's going to do that. I'm not saying they're going to push her in any kind of way at all. I'm saying they're not going to. What I'm saying is if they invested in her and had her bring that character back, if they did, I think she could pull it off.
I think she could own it. She owned it when she did do it.
Right.
For how long was that?
Not as a
for?
champion. As a gimmick, sure.
I disagree. I think she could do it as a champion. I mean, I'm not saying that she's going to be a perennial champion. I'm not saying she would have a long reign. I'm just saying she could do it briefly as a heel champion. Just a little brief kind of a gender role where you come in for a couple months and lose it.
So it's safe to say the gimmick would get over.
I think it would.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure.
No.
No? Okay. If Disney buys WWE, she just might, says Daniel Price. There you go.
Disney's buying everything else.
Man, you know what? Fucking buy away, Disney. At this point, Disney, fucking buy. You got all the money in the world.
Would it be like Disney on Ice meets WWE? We'd have like some real fucking like heavy costumes and like.
Oh, you could have like a little boy skating down the ice, and then you see Velveteen coming after him. Da 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 da.
And be like, no, that's Pinocchio.
yeah.
He's not real. He's not real.
Okay. So all that happened. We saw a very, 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 very apparent and clear Mia Yim tonight.
Yep, Mia Yim spotting. She's definitely one of them.
And the other one was definitely Chelsea Green.
Not as definite, but yes.
Not as definite, but definitely Mia Yim for the Retribution. How many do we have tonight? 7?
No, we
Something
had 6 last week. We had more than 7 because there was Street Profits and Andrade were left hanging.
Yeah.
And they looked like they had 6 on them. I could be wrong, but there were 3 women beating up Zelina.
Yep.
I thought maybe Bianca would come out. And Brian, I got to bring this up in this segment here. That Bachelor chick, I saw a funny meme that says she gets more TV time than the AEW women's roster.
That's not that funny, actually, Adam.
It's
No,
not
the
funny,
big thing
but it's
about
true.
The whole retribution and all that stuff. Some of those punches that they were throwing. I mean, if everyone's gonna be like poking fun at some of the punches that are thrown on some of the shows, on the Wednesday night shows, I mean, there's gonna be some clips from tonight.
Yeah, what about, I mean,
Play it
that's
fair.
what I
Play
wonder.
it fair.
I still think what Rob has mentioned fucking months ago or whatever, a month ago when Raw Underground started. They're like, oh, we're going to break kayfabe on our bad, sports entertainment over there, and this is going to be shoot fighting where we actually connect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's just completely devalue everything we do in the ring. But it's
Right.
okay. It's okay.
But Brian's right. Retribution looked that way tonight.
I'm going to tell you why it's okay. Because they've been devaluing everything else in the ring when it comes to WWE before the Underground came. So why not just go full circle, full dick punch, and do the Underground just to fuck up? I mean, let's think about it for a minute. What belt in the WWE has any prestige at this point? Right? Dick punch to the championships. What superstar solely has any prestige on Raw anymore? On SmackDown anymore? Dick punch to your booking.
That's a fair statement.
Well, speaking of, we glossed over it, but like the losers tonight of those triple threat matches for the qualifier, you have Dolph. We forgot about him. We have KO, who got punked out because Alistair kicked his ass. And we have the Mysterios on a never-ending losing streak to Seth Rollins.
Yeah, poor Mysterios.
Poor us, Brian. How many weeks do we have to endure this Dominic Mysterio, Seth
with you.
Rollins, what the fuck ever?
I think it's obviously hopefully it plays out into Dominic versus Ray sooner rather than later. I think that's kind of the whole idea. One of them is going to turn on the other, then hopefully maybe align with Seth.
So
go heel on the other.
Stockholm Syndrome, Dominic joins his tormentor.
Right.
Let me ask you a question. If that happens, if that is the ultimate goal here, and you're correct, do you give a shit?
Nope. I actually kind of give a shit, Brian, about Murphy.
Wait, I want to hear
Teasing
Brian.
the breakup.
I was a question for Brian.
Oh, sorry.
No, I mean it's definitely intriguing, and they've done things similar to that in the past. I remember with what was it, Raven and Sandman with who was it, Sandman's kid? I think going with Raven.
Yeah, Eddie and Chavo had matches.
Eddie and Chavo.
Well, of course,
Just-
Eddie and Chavo.
I mean,
there's a bunch of.
But that was only about 3 months.
Yeah,
They wrapped that shit up pretty quick.
Okay, fine. Family has matches against each other. I mean, we haven't seen the Usos yet, but family has matches against each other. Huh?
No, I guess we haven't, huh? They've never had a match against.
Not
each
that
other,
I can. Not that I can recall.
No, me neither.
I don't know. Lots of drugs in my life, so my brain's kind of. But
Yeah.
So fine. Family has
lost.
matches. The family angle is cool, but in this case, Dominic looks like he still can't grow fucking body hair. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't.
And his sister looks like she's in high school.
If one of them they're both at the extremes. If they were both closer to each other in some kind of way, then maybe I would care. But you have a prepubescent teen versus an elder fucking should retire, and there's a fucking mile between them in their experience and their age and their body styles and everything you can think of. There's nothing about those two fighting each other that makes me go, ooh, ooh, ooh. He turned on him. I don't fucking care.
Well, and especially because Ray has had so many knee surgeries, he doesn't move that quick. And the one criticism I will offer, Brian, you're the in-ring guy here, but Dominic does not hit the ropes quite fast enough for a lot of his moves.
I think that could be a little bit nitpicky.
Yeah, it's a little nitpicky.
Little nitpicky. I mean, and I mean, he's only 23. He hasn't been training for all that long. I know.
Oh no, I know he's green as
goose.
His
family and stuff, but
and nepotism.
Yeah, I don't want to bust on the dude. I mean, he's doing the best he can, and
Right.
and in his defense, he's not horrible in the ring.
It's
right,
the
no, not at all.
storyline.
Definitely not.
Yeah, we're critical of the
But it's
storyline.
one of the major storylines out
sure.
right now. So I don't know if I want that pushed in my face right now.
You know
Just
what
my opinion.
You're a Seth fan. Do you even care about this feud?
I don't. No, I'm not enthused by it.
And she's
really.
a fan. I mean, you're not
Yeah.
even connecting to a fan.
One of my biggest complaints about AEW, Brian, that you've heard many times, is that a lot of the people on the roster, I'm like, these are not pro level. These are, no disrespect, but indie level. These are AAA, AA players, right? They should not be on the pro stage.
Yet.
Yet. Dominic is one of those in my mind that he is not a pro level player.
He's there
Agreed.
because of his name
Agreed.
instead of
Yeah.
being on NXT
Yeah,
where he
definitely agree.
belongs.
That's it exactly, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
he belongs
obviously
on
he's being
NXT.
hot-shotted.
Yeah.
He belongs on NXT, and I bet you he could have a long and really good career starting there, just like Charlotte
Yeah.
Flair did, just
Yeah.
like some of the other nepotisms that have come up in the ranks.
Yeah.
A
don't
lot
know
of
what the
the
fuck this
fucking
is.
Husky Harris
You know what?
started down there.
You know what? Give me a middle broadcaster. Give me Samoa Joe as the heel, the heel announcer, and give me Rey Mysterio as your face announcer. I'm okay with that. I can do it. But the constant lovey-dovey, huggy, all this bullshit. With my son and I love you and here's my family and da 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 da.
I gotta get my whole family on camera
I
now.
don't care. I don't care.
What about
Yeah, they're putting a lot
since you
into this
kind of
storyline.
segued it to it? Do you care that Mauro Ranallo is gone and Wade Barrett is in?
I am
permanently?
What a complete miss, Kiera. You get Morrow and you bring in Wade. It's like passing ships in the night, right? Why not have Wade Barrett and Mauro Ranallo together?
It's not up to them though.
I know it's not up to them.
Mauro,
That would've been
is
great.
going through another bout of, his depression and
Is he?
issues there. It's tough.
Yeah.
Is that confirmed? Is that why? Is that
yeah,
why?
I mean,
Are you sure? Or are you just guessing?
No, that's Adam just saying that.
That's Adam just saying it. Are you acting like ringside seats right now and just making shit
I
up?
mean, we
No.
did hear about that in the
That's
past that he was going through that, but I don't know if that's the
no,
reason why
what
now.
I was about to say, Rob, was it's got to be difficult to be a celebrity and have those kind of issues.
No,
when you're right out in the public and you really don't want to
we
be.
didn't know he had those issues going on. Like it was just.
Well, we
an
knew
official-
about it.
Oh,
We
in
knew
this
about it
case,
before in the
Perfect
past.
11
Yeah.
In this case,
But
Perfect
people were
11 is saying
surprised.
that Morrow's mother has health issues, so
Okay.
he's probably leaving to go do that.
All right, no, well, I'm not blaming anybody for this pairing not happening. I'm just saying from a fan's perspective, damn, that would have been a good pairing.
Wade could have been a good addition.
I think Morrow could have pulled the best out of Wade, right?
Yeah.
Who's the guy who's on there with him now?
Vic
It's
Joseph,
Phillips.
right?
Vic Jacobs?
Is it Vic Joseph? I thought
Vic
it was
Joseph's?
Phillips.
Yeah.
Or is it
no, it's
Phillips?
Vic
I don't know.
Joseph. Yeah, Vic. Vic is Vic, man.
Vic tries to be like old school Vince, and he doesn't have the vocal capabilities,
Yeah.
and he's just not. He doesn't sell me like Vince would.
He's gonna puke. I just popped in my
Is
head.
Wade? Is Wade? Is he hurt? Like, is he like Corey Graves, where he can't compete anymore, or does Wade just not want to compete and he got a good cush job?
I believe, and I could be wrong, but his career-ending injury, or the reason he retired, is he kept fucking his elbow up, like repeatedly.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think he had 3 injuries to his elbow and however many surgeries that followed. And he was just like, I can't keep going for whatever. You can't, if your arm is not able to throw punches or whatever
Right.
an elbow's key.
Yeah. TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok. Yeah. Human being the shit out of that one.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. You totally
I
did.
see.
Hey, Street Profits and Andrade and Garza had another match. This time it was different, guys. This time it was a tornado tag team match. And Retribution came in, so we didn't get a winner.
But we did get the Latina Profits because they kind of
joined forces for a moment, right? So we're obviously going to have Profits, and I don't even we didn't give it. We got to give Brian. We got to give a nickname to Andrade and Garza. I don't think we ever did.
I don't know. El Hijo de Garza. No, I don't know. I really don't know. We'd have to come up with something.
Mexicans.
I don't know.
Mexican.
No.
What? No.
Also, hey, can we say? I mean, I know you guys were poking fun at AEW about their tag rules and all the huge match. I mean, this was
It's a
this
tornado
was not
tag.
a traditional.
It was a
tag
tornado
team
tag.
match.
It was labeled a tornado tag team match.
Okay, that's not a traditional one.
It
though,
was
right?
labeled a tornado tag team match.
It still had
If-
four guys, Brian.
If they,
Okay, so
if
what? That's
every
not a-
match,
I'm a traditionalist.
if every tag team
No,
match,
you're not.
if every tag team match on WWE was a tornado tag team match, then it would be AEW.
You're just trying to make a dig. You just
No,
trying to.
Here's one from Daniel Price on the board to break the tension here. Remember when WWE said no more rematches? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
All right.
You're welcome.
I want to give a little shout out to Dawkins. Dawkins is
Hey, dogs.
he's improved a lot.
Leaps and
He
fucking
looks like
bounds.
he's in really great shape.
No,
Yeah.
but have you seen
yeah.
his in-ring ability?
Yeah.
He is moving better than ever.
Yeah, he looks good out there.
And he should have a dad bod right now, not looking so good.
He said, "Fuck that,
And look, I don't want to be,
ninja, please."
I got to be honest for a minute. When it comes to depth and range of character, I thought Montez was going to be the one to really, really shine. And I'm not saying he's not. He's great at what he does, good promos, whatever. But as far as depth of character and real entertainment value, I got to tell you, Dawkins wins me over. He does.
He's coming out.
He's coming out.
Well, he's starting to shine. I can't put the right.
It
set
feels
of words on
natural. It feels naturally fun. Sometimes I
Yeah.
feel Montez forces it a little bit.
He can.
Montez feels like he's at like trying to turn himself to 11 or 12,
Mm-hmm.
and Doc is like, I'm good at 10.
I'm good at 7, bro.
I
Seven's good
don't
enough.
want them to break up. That's the thing.
Oh.
I like where Dawkins is going. I want them to stay as a unit. I want them to just.
Yeah.
Brian,
Keep growing.
who
Let
broke
it
up
keep
with
riding.
you? Who was your tag team partner that left you?
It was my tag. I never really wrestled. I wrestled some 6-mans.
Who hurt you? Oh, you wrestled some 6-man? So you were in the early version of AEW?
Yeah, exactly.
The Bingo Hall version.
Yep. They watched us and they're like, we need that every Wednesday.
Hit him with a stop sign.
Tony Khan was there actually too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Did he own the Bingo Hall?
He did.
He did.
in
It was it
fact,
Tony
he did.
Connie? Tony Connie.
Tony Carney.
Carney. Hey,
Come on.
Hurt Business does a promo, then they get beat by Cedric Alexander and the Viking Raiders because that's a tag team now. That's a group.
Even though you clearly have Ricochet and Apollo later on fighting in another 6-man tag.
Yeah.
Well, not technically because it was an AEW style one down in the underground.
Yeah, I mean, it's like somebody on the board, somebody out there in podcast land, give me the best explanation you can as to what the fuck the goal is with Cedric, Ricochet, and fucking Apollo. Because I'm going to tell you, hands down, probably 3 of the most talented dudes on the main roster.
True.
Right? Ricochet pushed to the moon.
Then relegated to
Squashed.
tag teams.
Right. Cedric pushed to the moon.
Relegated
Squashed.
to
Yeah.
tag teams.
Apollo squashed. Raised up a level. Squashed.
Yeah.
Now here's
Viking
the
Raiders.
thing. You said this earlier. You think maybe Ray and Dominic turn on each other because Dominic's recruited to Seth. I think one of these 3, and they're teasing that it would be Cedric more than the other 2, but I think one of them is going to end up in the Hurt Business.
I think we keep hoping that Daddy won't have that last beer that he always has at the end of the night. Because
They haven't beat up Ricochet yet, really.
No, this is why I say this, Brian, is because we have been abused by WWE for so long with their lackluster storylines and bookings that we're all like, hey, somebody turn on somebody. Maybe Apollo and Ricochet are gonna break up. Somebody's gonna do something. God damn it!
Instead, the Iconics break up.
Yeah.
The fucking Iconics
Like,
break
what
up.
the fuck?
Real quick on the board, the Vikings just wanted to stop black-on-black violence.
Wow.
That's why they got involved. That's from Daniel Price.
Viking lives matter.
Yeah.
Viking lives matter. All right, so that happened. Let's see here. Mickie James is gonna fight Asuka.
Wait, we're talking about that?
I mean, why not? I mean, we started out with Mickie James versus Natty and Lana, so there was a dumpster fire, right
Mickie and
there.
Asuka?
Oh man.
Yeah, so
Wow.
basically, Kiera, so Mickie James
you're
came out.
brutal.
Asuka's like, nobody ready for Asuka kind of thing, but no, I'm ready for everyone, blah, 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 whatever. And then you get Mickie James coming out like, I'm the 6-time WWE Women's Champion, and I can totally
Like
beat
that.
you, and I'm going to get the title from you. Diva power. And then... And then fucking,
I just want an hour of that. Can you just keep
and then
using
here
that
comes,
voice?
and then here comes Natty and Lana, and Lana's
And what
like,
did she say?
oh my god, like we're gonna beat you because Natty's a purebred, and I'm like with her too, and we're gonna beat you. Asuka, you're not ready for us. You're not ready for my boobs, and you're not ready for all my greatness. Oh my god! And then they have a match, and fucking Mickie James wins. I don't remember who was in the match. I don't remember what happened in the match. I just
Boy.
remember that Asuka is like,
That
oh,
escalated quickly.
oh, Mickie James ready for Asuka. And then now, so they're going to have a match where Mickie James going to come out in some cowboy boots and some fucking the tassels and shit, and she's going to jump around and get beat. It's going to be a fucking 5-minute squash match where Asuka slaps it on her, and then
Well-
once Asuka wins, and then you're going to hear, dun, dun,
Charlotte Flair.
dun, the end of your division.
So Perfect 11 wants to remind us that Asuka and Mickey had a great match at TakeOver Toronto. He says she can still go. We're not arguing that.
Yeah, this
What was it?
takeover.
What was it?
And Daniel Price has some more VKM logic for us. He says that Mickey's going to get it just to drop it to Natty because that's god awful.
Oh God.
Whoa.
No, he's saying that Asuka and Mickey had a good match at TakeOver Toronto, and that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's saying that Mickey can't produce a good wrestling
Oh,
match.
no, yeah, that's not the argument.
What we're saying is,
Who cares?
who cares?
Right.
And that this will not be a TakeOver match. This will not be a 5-match pay-per-view where every match gets 20 fucking minutes or more,
Mm-hmm.
right?
It'll be 5 minutes pre-show.
It's gonna be a 5-minute slap, 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 slap. Oh my god! And then a fucking Asuka lock, and it's fucking ding, ding, ding. Match is over. That was a waste of a fucking feud. And then we're gonna get Charlotte to come out and destroy the roster.
On the board, Perfect 11, I feel like I'm betraying my country by saying this, but I'd be more than okay if Natty retired tomorrow.
This is Roderick Strong. I approve this message.
Oh, Roddy agrees.
I'm glad you're on board with that. I've been singing that fucking song for about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years now.
Yeah, take her cat with her.
I mean, look, I don't want to be Natty's a sweet, from what I can tell from Total Divas, Natty's a sweet person.
Yeah,
She's got
yeah,
a big
yeah.
heart. And I appreciate that, and I love that about her. That is wonderful for her. Really, it is. I don't wish harm or ill will on anyone. But just to stay in kayfabe, as being a wrestling fan looking at a wrestler, she went from the Bret Hitman Hart gimmick that she had forever, and then she went to this fucking dominatrix thing,
Dominatrix.
which was not her in any fucking fashion.
I think that really is her underneath the dominatrix cat.
Maybe, but now
thingy.
I was going to say what Perfect 11 says. I think she belongs as a trainer at the PC.
there you go.
Yeah,
but
she's royalty. She should do that.
And she knows
That would be a good
technical.
concept.
She's a Heart Dungeon legacy.
She's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't know why they keep putting her with the. I don't want to say airheads, but I'm going to say airheads. Why? I mean,
know
why
what
do
you
they
mean.
keep putting her?
I know
with,
what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Lana. Why? Why is Lana still? Why is Rusev gone and Lana is still there? Why? What is it, Vince? What
Yeah,
is
I don't get it.
If Rusev took some estrogen pills and got some titties and puts a blonde wig on, would you keep him? Would you keep him?
Speak on it.
Would you push him?
Yeah, Rusev wasn't getting the demo that he wanted on Total Divas.
Vladimir Putin like me better. I guess I don't.
Oh, maybe Putin called in the mark. Get rid of the Bulgarian.
Is that what it is? He called Trump. He's like, I want you to destroy the streets of America, and then call Vince McMahon and tell him push Lana.
No more Rusev Day.
destroy your country with civil war. and then tell Vince, I want Thunderdome.
You sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger a little
Yeah.
You do.
He totally went
Yeah.
Austrian halfway through.
Sorry,
I am the governor.
I'm vegan now too. Eat the meat. No. All right.
Ooh, Perfect 11 says because Natty has the same amount of natural charisma as her Uncle Brett.
Oh.
Damn.
Can I get a Roddy?
Oh, yeah, he
You know
already
what?
got
This
one.
is Roderick Strong. I approve You know what, Brian? That doesn't deserve a Roddy. That gets a.
Just the bad boy Joey Janela, and I couldn't agree more.
You know what? That's very accurate. I couldn't agree more.
Okay, Brian.
Dana Price, if Charlotte comes back, Ronda won't be too far behind. Well, Brian, they've been highlighting the Ronda Horsemen.
Don't you put that evil out there, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, don't say that.
What did you think about their little underground matches tonight, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, just the whole idea. I don't know, man. The underground. Every week that I see it, it just I don't know. I'm not very enthusiastic about it. If I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, if you had them debut in like a normal like NXT or like a Raw or
But that's the
SmackDown
type of
fashion,
fighters they are, Brian.
Yeah, but come on, this isn't what that is.
Right.
If we see Ronda in there, it's gonna be insane. First of all, like she's gonna be just fucking like laying potatoes into everybody, and knocking people out, but like on accident, like not even trying to do it. But
That's actually a good point, Brian. Could
Yeah,
this
she's so rough in the other
No,
room.
I'm saying, could this whole underground thing just be a way to bring Ronda back?
Oh.
I mean, that's
a reach.
I never considered that. Well, why is it a reach? I mean, she's
I don't know about that.
MMA royalty.
So that means they're going to add a women's title too to the underground because there's rumors of a men's title.
Don't put that into the
Oh,
atmosphere.
yeah, don't talk about
and
it.
you know what? I mean, she hates like the fans. She hated all that interaction. Now she doesn't really have to do that with a Thunderdome.
Right.
She could just be
See,
in
now you
there
got
and just
Brian
fucking
talking
shoot
match.
wrestling shows and then go home.
She's like, I'm missing my paycheck. Speaking of missing a paycheck,
I'm Ronda Rousey, and I'm here in the middle of your ring, and I fucking hate this sport, but fuck you all.
You're all marks.
Brock Lesnar, all his merchandise is gone from WWE.com. He's out, and Paul Heyman is aligned with Roman.
Wait, all of his merchandise is out?
Yeah, it's
What?
gone. It's
Brock.
He had
what's
11.
going-
He had 11 licensed items on WWE.com and is now gone.
I wonder if he owns the licensing for all of them.
Or just he's not under contract, so we're like, hey.
Yeah, well, Hogan's not under contract. You still buy a Hogan
right.
shirt.
Yeah, but I'm
Still
sure
sell
he
his
gets a
shit.
T-shirt royalty there. That's why I'm saying I wonder if Brock is like taking his ball and going home. I can't imagine he's going to your show, Brian.
What, New Japan?
That's actually more likely.
I would love it if Brian went to a PWG show and all of a sudden Brock Lesnar comes out.
Oh my god, he showed up.
Brock Lesnar's gonna do
Impact?
he's gonna do the slow motion match, Brian.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what do we
or the
think?
Brigade.
What do we think about Heyman with Roman?
Please listen to my voice. Take it from the wise old Jew.
I don't care.
I mean, Roman's a heel
don't hate
now.
it. I don't
and,
hate it.
And he's got the advocate. I mean,
Look,
we had Brock, we had Punk, now we have Roman.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The ship has sailed, and what I mean by that is forever and ever and ever, amen. We sat here on this show and we said Roman needs to be a heel. Roman needs to be a heel. Roman needs to be a heel. So now I feel like a hypocrite when I say I don't fucking care because they pushed it and pushed it and pushed it as a golden baby face of the fucking world for fucking 5 years.
Yeah, but they did that with Rock.
Don't ever
They're
you
related.
ever compare The Rock to Roman Reigns.
They did what? What are you talking about?
Dare you?
They did what with Rock?
What you think?
He's saying that Rock moved around a lot more.
Yeah, he wasn't a.
Yeah,
When
he
he-
worked,
when he
bro.
started, he was a heel, but then he became a huge baby face, and then he went
No,
back
he
to-
started as a babyface.
Well, okay, yeah, Rocky
wa-
Maivia, but I mean, the success was as a heel.
But The Rock,
but-
With
Rock
Nation.
wasn't shoved down our throats.
No, he was never shoved down our
I'm
throat.
talking about the switch. I'm talking about you said, a baby face who's the guy that's been leading your company. You're right, not the shoving down the throats. That's not comparable. But to have that switch.
No, I don't
think
agree with
you're-
you at all.
Okay, so Rock, when he switched over to heel after Rocky Maivia, he became a fan favorite.
No,
that
I'm
he,
talking much further down the
Go
road.
ahead.
You're talking much further down.
Yeah. Like
You're talking about Hollywood heel
like
Rock?
after Nation, when he was now main event, He was with corporate and Vince. After that, he was face for a while. SmackDown Hotel. He was.
So?
No, he was still a heel. He just became he got so over. Like, well, I can't compare
Was
that
he
to.
a heel then, though?
He was a heel.
Yeah,
Technically, he was a
he
heel.
was.
He was
when
always a heel.
Hollywood Rock, he
throughout
totally
that
was a
whole
heel.
time. He was so fucking over. That's
Almost
why it was
every
hard.
time he fought Hunter, he was the face.
Because Hunter is he's a heel by default.
Yeah.
But Rock technically was a heel throughout all that time.
Yeah, Roman was a straight
DP
up.
says Rock didn't whine like a bitch.
Yeah, Roman was. Roman was straight up pushed as a face for fucking years and years and years.
Yeah.
Rock went back and forth when it was appropriate, and he built himself up to the
I
main
think that's
event
what people
scene.
forget. Okay, so here's the thing. I think that's what people forget. Okay, after corporate and when he went on that streak and whatnot, well, not streak, but when he got really over, Rock was still he was technically still a heel, but he got so fucking over that he became such a big fan favorite that people forgot
Yeah,
that
but
he
that-
was a fucking heel
Yeah, but that's
until
like Austin.
Hollywood heel Rock. That's when
That's what I'm
that was
talking
the
about.
distinguish. That was the difference. But he
Ro-
was always a heel.
But DP's saying it's before, because I was referring to Hollywood Rock. But DP says it was before that. Rock was heel when he fought Austin and threw him off the bridge.
yeah, I knew that.
And
That's what I was saying. I'm agreeing
still-
with that.
I still don't see your comparison between him and.
I don't know. Maybe
It
it's just
wasn't-
because they're related. Fuck it. It's
Okay.
a bad comparison.
So my
It's all good. It's all good.
My point was that
At least
like,
I got Kier to
so
talk.
people can go, well, Rob, but now you've been saying you wanted to see Roman as a heel, and now he's a heel.
The thrill is
and,
gone.
And still you're sitting here going, this is
thrill is
bullshit,
gone.
Brian. It's bullshit, Brian. We're not ending the show yet. Stop. He's still saying this is bullshit, Brian, but you passed your mark. You know, if you would have done this 2 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't agree with
You
that.
missed your mark.
I'm actually perfectly happy with a Roman Reigns heel turn.
It's too late,
with
man.
No. I don't think it's too late.
What
I
about
don't think
this
it's
one,
too late.
Brian?
It just started. How can you say that?
Stike says Roman
I don't know,
should have
man,
been the
like-
one to turn on Shield instead of Seth. What do you think about that? He would have
No.
been part of the authority and all
no.
that.
Say it again. I missed the.
he
beginning part.
said that Roman should have been one to turn in the Shield, not Rollins.
Yeah, you know
no,
what? If you
no,
want to talk
Seth
about a
was perfect for it.
comparison, okay. Adam, he brought up a comparison. I'll give a comparison with Roman and Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was pushed in our faces for so long as a face. Yes, it started to get annoying to a lot of fans. But when he made his heel turn,
But that was in
It was-
WCW.
am I not allowed to give that comparison?
No, yeah.
You're allowed to say whatever you want without interruption.
I'm just saying, with that heel turn, it was still a big thing, and it still got so over. But just look at looking at the reactions
But
now
is
with
this
Roman.
as big
Nobody-
as that?
no, but nobody-
That was crazy.
Nobody ever.
People threw shit in the ring.
But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how to.
Nobody ever wanted Hogan to be a face in WWF. Hogan he wasn't just the face of the company. He was the face of a generation.
Right. Yeah.
He was the bigger than life baby. They have never. I don't care what you say. They have never duplicated a baby face to the level of Hulk Hogan
No, I'm
in
not.
professional
I'm not
wrestling.
arguing with that.
Right. And so when he finally went heel, it's because no one ever saw that coming. Hogan was a forever face, and when he turned, he broke
Well, towards the
hearts.
end, the fans were getting agitated. They were starting to get over it. Like,
Well, yeah, you started to get your new level, your new generation of fans
Yeah.
that were like, yeah, we're tired of this Mickey Mouse bullshit.
Right.
And that's why you finally turned. Yeah,
that's
I'm
what
with
I
you
was
there.
talking about. And like, it's not the same with Roman. Like, it was just like shoved down our throats. The guy was hated for so long, even in his quote unquote prime.
Yeah.
As a face, he wasn't even that over then. And like now to like make this switch, that chance is just shot now.
Yeah,
Estrada says Hogan's heel turn was crystal clear. Roman's is still a tweener, is why it sucks. I don't think
Not-
it's a
not
tweener.
anymore.
The way, I mean, the first one was maybe a hint at it when he just came and beat their ass, but by aligning himself with Heyman, by not entering the match till it was almost over, those are Brock moves.
But the sad thing is, Roman needed something like that. He needed someone to help him make that switch. Look at Hulk. I mean, did he need anybody by his side when he made that switch, that heel turn?
I think so
he
because
did.
that was his first like heel turn ever. You know.
You know, Brian, you're a long time original ECW fucking Mark, right? Mm-hmm. So you have been Team Heyman since Team Heyman, since it became a thing after Paulie, right?
Yeah, he's a Heyman guy.
Yeah, you're a Heyman guy. Can you think of anyone that Heyman has ever aligned himself with that you gave a shit less about?
Ryback.
What, in ECW or just ever? Because I
I'm-
can give you an answer right now. if you
Okay.
need,
Well,
like,
I'm just.
ever.
I mean, is there somebody more than Roman that you're like, who cares?
Michael McGillicuddy.
Yeah. Yeah, pick him or pick Ryback. Either
Okay.
Or
way.
even Cesaro. When Cesaro was with him too, that
I
got
put
scrapped
Ryback over
immediately.
Roman.
Ryback was good for the moment, but he
Yeah.
wasn't with Heyman that long.
No, none of those three were. Cesaro, McGillicuddy, and Ryback were less than 90 days combined, I believe.
Right, but nobody thought that Heyman was going to propel Ryback or Cesaro to the next fucking level, right? Nobody thought that. They're
I
trying.
saw potential in Ryback, but I don't see that
Right.
not with Roman.
They're trying to use Heyman to push Roman to that point that he's never been able to get. Why? Not because I'm just going to tell you why. Because the fans don't care.
He has no charisma.
Well, and it'll be interesting. Will Heyman do a different style of promo? Heyman was very different with Punk than he was with Brock. Will he reinvent himself in a new way? Now that I care about.
Yeah.
The other thing, the elephant in the room Stike wants to bring up on the board, we forgot about this. Well, I can't ask Brian. This kind of makes Fiend the babyface.
No.
Yeah, we knew that after SummerSlam.
Well, but this kind of pushes him more toward that. I mean, he was kind of billed
Oh,
that way
sure.
against Braun, but now that Roman's taking the title,
Really, babyface?
it feels that way.
Can you do a babyface with a monster? Like a legit monster?
He's
like
not a legit monster.
not like a
He's
not like a.
misunderstood.
He's like a mankind babyface now.
Right.
Okay. I mean, I'm there with you. No, well, look, before Sunday night, we were doing our predictions, or we were talking, not on the show, and I said, it's obvious what's going to happen because we've read this book for however many years now. Roman gets to win, Bray gets to lose. That is just how it goes. That is now WWE DNA. Roman gets to push, Bray gets to squash.
Speaking of the squash, Daniel Price suggests that Fiend as a babyface is just a clown. He's going to have the Funhouse fan club and mail kids cotton candy now.
Well, Brian, what's the name of that clown? It's like got the movie where he tortures kids and shit like that. And
fuck. Oh, Chuckles? No. Chuckles is a wrestler. Fuck.
Chuckles.
Wrinkles. Wasn't it Wrinkles?
Wrinkles?
Wrinkles the clown?
no, it's not that. You see the commercial for it where he's like scaring kids and
Shakes the clown?
he's like under the bed and shit like that.
Yeah.
No.
I'm almost certain it's called Wrinkles.
It's not
It's
Wrinkles.
like a documentary
not
or something?
It.
Bro.
We're not talking about it.
I'm looking it up right now.
No, I think it's Wrinkles. I think he's
Is it
right.
Wrinkles?
I think he might be right.
I don't think Wrinkles.
Or the clown's name is Wrinkles.
Yeah, the clown's name is Wrinkles. I don't know what the
Yeah,
show
it's called
is.
Wrinkles the Clown.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you look it up?
Yeah, and now I'm terrified because it's such a fucking scary image, man. I'm not
Estrada
gonna-
says yes, it's Wrinkles,
I don't
Rob.
want to see it.
You know who's scared of clowns?
Who?
Montez Ford.
Is he?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
You know who's
that's a
scared
fact.
of Thriller?
Oh, yeah. Kara.
Yeah.
It's
Dun,
true.
dun, 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 chka. Dun, 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 chka. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, yeah,
Don't
I'm
get
doing
fucking
the-
punched.
I was doing the Teen Wolf dance.
It's close to midnight. All right, let's see here. Running through. R-Truth gets 24/7 title back.
Talk about don't care.
I don't know. The segment was funny, though.
The segment was funny, but I mean,
You're not on the list. What you mean? Who are those? Those are my ninjas. I'm sorry.
And he was driving a minivan. I mean,
And
we've seen
leaves the one
minivans on
ninja
Wednesday
behind.
nights, too,
Ooh.
right?
But you think that was Best Friend's new
Did
minivan?
you? Yo, you're not even listening.
It was very similar. It looked like Stu's minivan,
No. What?
even though it was messed up by fucking, inner circle. But
Inner circle. Fucking
Yeah.
inner circle. What did you say that I missed?
Did
Oh,
I say
that was
something?
me. No, you got it.
It's over?
The moment passed.
Oh, we're gonna move on. Okay. That's it. That's Raw. That's the whole fucking thing. Did I miss anything?
I
I haven't seen
feel like
it.
the Thunderdome. Thunderdome was.
The Riot Squad one. We talked all about Iconics breaking up.
Oh, who cares? The Riot Squad. I mean, I'm sorry. Look, I will say this. Last night at Payback, Riot Squad, the Riot Squad.
Well, because they're the new #1 contenders.
Well, that's fine. Riot Squad at Payback, they did have matching outfits, so they're trying to make them a legit tag team. Here's what I don't get. Just to jump back on this horse real quick, is you have tag team belts, right? You never had a tag team division. You've had a few natural tag teams with the women. Now you're giving the belts to fucking Shayna and Nia Jax, a la Cesaro Sheamus, right? Circa. And you split up one of your natural tag teams. As you develop a natural tag team in Liv and Ruby, which all you got to do is get matching uniforms and you're a fucking natural tag team, right?
Lana and Natty. That's all they had.
Shut your mouth. But you're
Shayna and Nia.
You refuse to build your women's tag division when you just scrap one of them. You're just like, fuck them. You're the best.
Jessamine Duke wasn't wearing a tablecloth though, so she didn't match her
That's
partner.
right. What if she had like the red cloth? So we had the black and the red cloth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn them into kilts.
All right, so that's Raw. Anything from Payback, Brian, that tickled your fancy that you want to bring up?
No, are we doing a watch along for the triple threat or what? What the fuck are we doing?
We've already done it. You just have to edit it.
Yeah.
We did it
Oh,
yesterday.
you guys did it?
Kayfabe, brother. Kayfabe.
Oh, I was gonna say. I was like, wait.
Why you putting us on blast like that?
I
bro?
know.
Because we were supposed to. I thought.
Well, yeah. Well,
You could trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up.
Hey, man, I'm keeping it.
Or I
I'm
will
keeping
put
it
you to
real.
sleep.
I'm keeping it
All
real.
their asses out.
Yeah, and keeping it real goes wrong.
well, thanks. I appreciate the fucking support.
Here's Brian's problem.
We want the smoke. Talk to him.
Oh
What?
no, I'm good. I'm good. Good. Yeah.
That was a lot good.
You know what?
Oh, wow.
Yes, go review us on iTunes and make sure you leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, go ahead and hit that little, hit subscribe button, hit the little bell so you can, hear every time we go on. And we've done a couple shows now, and we have just forgotten about our money makers. So I just want to put it out there real quick that, is if you're sitting at your house and you're kind of cold, and you're a little tired, and you got a crying baby, you should probably put on a Marked Out Gear hoodie as you're drinking your coffee from your Marked Out Gear cup that's filled with your Cesaro's coffee, as your baby's crying in her Marked Out onesie.
There
And
you
where you can go to get all that is your markedoutgear.com, markedoutgear.com, marked out one word, 10% off your order. And you can also go to, what is it, Brian, for that yummy, yummy coffee?
You can go to legalspeed.coffee/Claudio's Cafe and use the discount code marked out, and you can save yourself 15% on everything, not just Cesaro's coffee. I'm sorry, Claudio's coffee. But you can get also anything else by Legal Speed. They've got some T-shirts up there and a bunch of other different roasts too. It's really good shit. Use the discount code marked out to save 15%.
Legalspeed.com.
Really good shit.
Oh, so we did forget something that was really cool from Payback. Stike picking it up here on the back end. He says, don't forget the best thing on Payback was the double submission Shayna did on Bayley and Sasha. That was pretty cool. And Stike, for bringing that up, guess what you get?
You get nothing. You
do.
lose. Good day, sir.
I am a little upset that we didn't get Sasha, and I probably do on a SmackDown, but I am a little upset we didn't get Sasha and Bayley tonight because it's the continued saga of what will make what will make Trump fucking people turn on Trump. You think it's going to be this, but then it's not, and then it's going to be this, and it's not. No, it's definitely going to be this. No, it's not. He's going to jail this time. No, he's not. The same thing with those two. Like, oh, this is definitely where they break up. Nope, no, they're not. Okay, now. Nope. Now, no, now, do it now, do it now, go, break up, no. So now Sasha lost her belt because she's never defended a title,
And her second belt. And
Right.
her other belt.
and then they lose their So now Sasha's beltless. Bayley has a belt,
Record-setting belt reign.
record-setting belt reign. You would think that now Sasha would be like, oh hell no, bitch. And it would be on, right?
We'll see Friday.
She'd be like, I'm whap, motherfucker, whap.
What?
The Ariana Andrew, always going on Twitter talking about pussy popping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I swear he's not on coke right now.
whap. I'm on legal speed. legalspeed.com/Claudio's Cafe. All right, it's that time, boys and girls.
Do we do awards or nothing?
No, we don't have awards.
No.
All right.
Yeah, Brian's totally. Brian hasn't been into the show the entire time.
Oh no, that's not it at all. No.
He's just been like, I don't know.
You guys are so oblivious. It's just.
Brian has stayed engaged as much as normal.
I was gonna do a podcast, and then I got.
What would his name be instead of Afro Man? Something with a beard there.
Something with a beard.
Hip Man. I don't know.
Because he would hit it.
Hip.
Oh, Hip Man. Hip.
That's very funny, Adam. It's
Can you
very
play our
original.
outro?
Who would have thought the girl in NXT with the wacky waving inflatable tube man would have been the longest women's champion on the main roster?
I didn't have any problem believing that.
Yeah, no. As a heel, I wouldn't have guessed it. But as a face, that I would have made.
I didn't have a problem either way. I think she's been doing well as a heel.
Yeah. She's got that angry mom vibe going on.
Angry mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does have some conviction.
I gotta pick up my fucking kids. Why did they have to play two fucking sports? I gotta go to the tennis court, then I gotta get together from soccer.
Preach.
Well, that music means that we are wrapping the show up.
I'm so torn.
I am torn.
I don't want to say goodbye to you guys, but there's nothing else to talk about.
You know who should not be torn? Anybody out there in the United States of America should not be torn. Trump is a fucking lunatic. I had to say it one time on a show. Welcome back, Rob. Trump is a fucking lunatic. And we're all gonna die if he gets reelected. You're all gonna die. Either that or it's gonna be a fucking civil war and you're gonna know people who die.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, Wakanda forever. We do have. We'll finish out here. It's about a minute or two here.
I didn't mean to make I was trying to make the
No,
in
that's
a movie.
good. No,
In a
good.
movie, like the grunting
What
noise in
a
the movie.
horrible fucking loss. We were
Yeah.
talking about it real quick. We were talking about it the other day, Chadwick Boseman, and trying to figure out, Brian, another actor who had such a small in size category or library of work,
Body work. Yeah.
body of work, right? Small in size, but had such a large impact with said body and
Outside the work.
and the cultural significance of his work, Kiara.
Yeah.
I mean, as a white man, raising two beautiful black daughters, I find myself, I'm a little bit woke, right? I get a little bit of wokeness to it.
Yeah.
But my daughters love Black Panther, and they don't just love him because he's a panther and he's a superhero. They love him because he's Black Panther,
Yeah.
because he represents something.
They've never seen before.
Right. It gives them something to strive for. So,
Yeah.
Perfect 11 says it right. We were talking about the other day, and Adam said James Dean.
And you said River Phoenix.
And I said River Phoenix, who had small bodies of work, but were very influential. And he said, I agree with Kenny Smith. Chadwick Boseman was this generation's Denzel Washington. Before, to close the show, I'll just say, for somebody to be fighting their own mortal fight for 4 years, and while doing that, not just giving us all wonderful works of art and breaking
filmed
barriers.
all those movies while treatments.
Right. And not just doing that, not just breaking barriers culturally, but this guy was selfless in his endeavors in the time where he should have been the most selfish.
Yeah, he was still, as Estrada says, he was still visiting sick kids,
Yep.
being silent about his treatment. He got a lot of shaming, one of his videos where he looked pretty emaciated. He was
Yeah.
dealing with,
Yeah, he
radiation treatment and stuff.
And no one
people
knew.
were
Yeah.
didn't even know. We're just kind of like, oh, look, he's so skinny. He must be for a role. Or some people, said much more negative things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But this man still, you talk about people fighting. I mean, he did it without the fanfare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a true loss.
It is
It
true
really
loss.
is.
Rest in peace, Black Panther. Wakanda forever.
Chilla.
I was going to say one last thing. One last thing, guys. Round the horn. The big match tomorrow, and well fucking booked at that. Gargano, Ciampa, Finn, and last one. Help me out. Oh, Adam Cole.
Adam Cole.
Oh, yeah, I'll be tuning in.
Make your picks right now.
But real quick, as we do this is obviously Karrion Kross. We knew Keith Lee is going to go up. He did. Karrion Kross, the injury. This is a great fucking angle to rebook and rewrite here. A 60-minute Iron Man match with the 4 most decorated guys in NXT's history.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm going with Ciampa.
You going?
Okay.
You going Ciampa?
Okay.
I think it's going to come down to Finn and Ciampa, and I think somehow Cole and Gargano are going to be eliminated because it's going to be like a tie, and they're going to go into overtime with just the 2 of them. I think Finn's going to win.
Kiera, what do you think?
I'm going with Ciampa. This is his time to regain his
moxie?
Get his Goldie back.
Yeah, his Goldie back. Yeah.
I think it's
exactly
Finn.
it.
I think it's Finn. I think there's nothing for Finn on the main roster. He's going to be on NXT for a while. He can't keep playing the "let me put you over" card. I mean, he's still very much in his prime of his career. I don't see a reason why it wouldn't be Finn. So.
On the board, Evan says Balor wins. Cross comes back down the line and forces the demon out. Maybe. Gargano, not what I want, but what I think for Estrada. Bus says Adam Cole wins because he's the tallest guy in the match at 6'1". And Perfect 11 says I think they put it back on Cole, and then Ciampa takes it from him, kind of revisiting the pre-injury feud going between
And you
them.
know why this is a good booking? Because everyone's saying something different, and everything that everyone's saying is okay.
Mm-hmm.
I am okay with every one of these guys winning. And in whatever style or creation it creates after the fact.
And the stipulation has me even more intrigued.
Yeah. Brian.
Hey.
I miss you, man.
Evan says McAfee's going to cost Cole the title.
No, fuck off.
Miss you too, Rob.
You didn't give your pick, Brian.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
I
did.
did.
He
You
was
were
the first
paying
one.
attention because you never are.
Oh,
I miss you too, Rob.
You're like elevator
He
music.
said
I
Ciampa.
tune you out.
He said Ciampa.
Oh, yeah, he did say Ciampa.
Okay.
I wasn't
Kiera
echoing
didn't
it.
know either.
We miss you, Brian. We can't wait for you to come back to Charlotte and, so we can give you some...
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully this fucking, COVID shit goes away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Right?
it's
Gonna...
gonna...
just like, come on, go away. Right?
Oh, so we got to wait till COVID goes away for you to come back?
He's pulling a Sami
no,
Zayn
not
on us.
necessarily, but
You still got my camera, motherfucker. You're
yeah.
going to be gone for 2 years?
I'll be back in town at some point.
Okay.
obviously.
Hey. All right, wear your mask, wash your hands, call your grandma, vote. Mark out like no one's watching.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is produced and edited by U-Record Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's RAVEPRO.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.